explain how this is going to work. When the women are asked the questions, the men will be asked to leave the room. Then the men will be brought back in and we will ask them the same questions and we will see how closely they know that their wives had answered their questions. No, we are going to have the men leave first. Mark, if you could take them either out on the porch or go right down the line. So don't write down your answers. We're actually going to talk to each one of you. We want to hear what the answers to these are. Question number one, contestant number one. Who was the last girlfriend that your husband dated before you were married? Cheryl. Could you tell us a little bit about Cheryl?
No.
You know nothing about
I don't like the name Cheryl because I'm going to hear no.
So it was definite from the beginning that no children were going to be named Cheryl.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Contestant number two, newlywed.
There wasn't a soul before me.
Really, Betty?
Not that you know.
Not that you know.
So what you're saying is that your husband was deciding.
Okay, I do remember that he said something about a Doris.
Okay, so is that what you're going to...
And she went on a hayride with him, I think.
That's
What else did he say about the A-Ride?
It was a Doris from Romeo Church. Oh, okay.
Okay, so is that what you're going to go with? Is it Doris? It wasn't Doris Day, we're hoping.
No, I think it was Doris.
I've never heard the name Doris, and I was his son, so I...
Doris Tank or Doris.
Okay, we're just going to go with Doris for that.
He probably won't remember though, his memory's getting bad.
Well, that should be, the other contestant should be happy about that. What would your answer be, contestant number three? Bobby? Do we want to elaborate on Bobby at all? Just Bobby?
Dolores. Dolores, not Doris.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. I'm thinking we got two contestants with the husbands that have the same girlfriend name. This can't be a good thing. Okay. Question number two. How many times did you date before you had your first kiss? Do you have an answer? 1 year. Whoa, good job.
Wow. Same year.
5 minutes. 5 minutes we have. I think we have a record. Now, from what I understand about the history of the newlyweds is that they were like childhood sweethearts kissing when they were 3. So, I mean, this could be very difficult.
I remember telling my girlfriend that he hasn't kissed me on the lips yet.
But that's what we're going with, is kissing. She might be at 2 years with that.
Probably 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Do I have to put like minutes?
I mean, the question was days. If you can't answer in days, we got to like say 1/100th of a day or something.
Maybe less than 24 hours. There were some minutes in there.
Oh, was at a party. So this is Margie, this is Joe, Smoochy Smooch.
No, it wasn't that quick. Okay. So I just write one day?
Yeah, I would say less than 1 day.
First day.
First day.
Okay, first day.
Okay. Let's go with this. I'm scared to talk to the two people on the end. We're going to start in the middle. What bill does your husband complain about paying the most? A, gas. B, I hate paying that electric bill. Or C, I hate paying the telephone bill.
He used to complain about the telephone.
Telephone bill. Bill, you were right on that one.
The number one choice would be the cable bill.
The cable bill.
Now I understand.
Contestant number 3?
He doesn't pay the bills.
He
doesn't know how much they are. He doesn't look at them.
So is his answer going to be, I don't complain about them, I don't pay the bills? Is that going to be his answer?
Probably what he said.
Okay, then put that one down.
That's about the way my husband is. He gets the bill, he writes a check for it, and that's it.
So you
I
never
check it out.
hear him complain
They
about
don't
the
ever
bills?
complain. When they get this old bill, there's no
He says
sense.
for
I'm
me,
Steve, by the way.
Bills.
For those of you that I was sitting at your table while I was eating and I didn't get introduced, I'm Steve.
He's the baby.
So you two are saying that your husbands aren't complainers, is basically what
Not
you're saying.
about bills.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Now, if you're talking about gambling, oh yeah.
And let's start with contestant number 3 on this one. What sound does your husband imitate best? And we'd like you to demonstrate that sound.
He doesn't hear, so he doesn't make any sounds. Or he snores, that's about it.
Okay, could you imitate what he sounds like when he snores?
He sleeps with his mouth open, it really is bad.
Does it vibrate windows or doors? Or, I mean, does it keep you awake at night?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Number 4.
Mom? What sound does your husband imitate best? And I really need you to demonstrate.
I don't know. Just let our big sound.
I mean, is it a burp? Is it a fart? Is it a snore? Is it...
We're all family here.
He toots.
You know, verbally, could you like make the sound of what it sounds like when he relieves himself of the gas? I mean, is it a... I mean, what exactly does it sound like? We might have to take a commercial break and let you come and go to the bathroom here in a minute. It sounds like a lot of vegetation.
Can I change my thing?
You want to make another noise? You go right ahead. I mean, if it
The
wasn't enough.
most thing that irritates me most is he blows his nose. I mean, he blows
Oh, the
his
noise,
nose and
yes.
it sounds like, it's
Do
like,
you need a Kleenex to do it?
I mean, it's a honk.
Would you like me to imitate it? I've heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You're pretty good.
You know, the Ludwigs have a big nose, so it's hard to get that stuff out of it. Contestant number 1.
No, there's no imitating any sounds.
Really?
Zero.
So you met him on the first date, you kissed him. You never knew if he made sounds, and you were so lucky that he doesn't.
Throw or anything. When he answers his questions, he'll say, no, how that? Oh. How did I write that? And he's very, very quiet. I don't know. He really,
So you're just going to have to put you silent.
he's a silent, yeah.
Okay. We've gotten you 3. I don't think we've gotten any noises from this end yet. No noise. 1 year before kiss.
No noise.
He's a very quiet person.
Well, okay. Okay. Let's bring the gentleman back in. Well, gentlemen, as of 10 minutes ago, we didn't know a lot about you, but let me tell you what. We know quite a bit now. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you guys the same questions that we asked your wives, and what we want you guys to do is try to anticipate what it was your wife said and how she answered those questions. And we're going to go in the same general order that we did before, and we'll start with contestant number 1. I'm sorry.
Margie and Joe.
Yeah, I know who they are. I'm sorry for the answers he's going to have to come up with. The first question that we asked your wives was, who was the last girl that you dated before you got married?
What did they say about him?
No,
No, before me.
You dated her before you got married. That's an honor.
He's actually
the
like,
last
you long
girl.
as he can remember before Margie.
This is serious now.
Serious.
Yeah, you better just sit back and
Sure.
Did he get it right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, kiss your bride.
We're still kissing.
Contestant number 2. Now, just answer the question.
Is somebody keeping score?
Yes.
Right here, Miss Vanna. Miss Vanna.
Who was the last girl you dated
followed me all his life.
Who was the last girl you dated before you married your wife?
Very good memory.
I don't think there was any.
Hey!
Hey! She's cheating.
Well,
You can't hear.
but that would have been the only one, Marion, would have been a Marion McTavish.
Hey, what was the answer you gave?
He said to Betty, what'd you say?
Doris. She said Doris.
Only
Do
time
you know who that is?
I wrote-
Hey, Dave.
I was wrong.
Dave, how many hay rides did you go on?
Only about one in my life, I know.
How long was the hay ride? I mean, was there even a Doris on the hay ride?
That's what Betty is.
Betty said that it was Doris. Who's Doris, Dave?
Well, that was a girl that worked at the church at Romeo, and met her up at camp up there to Lake Ann, and become a little interested in her.
Okay, wait a minute. When you first sat down, we asked a question. You said there was nobody. I said when you first sat down there, and we asked the question, you said there's been nobody. And now we've got a Marion, and we've got Doris. Is there anybody else that we'd like to talk about? How much are we going to find out tonight? That's the real question, isn't it? Let's move on before we...
We found out already.
Contestant number 3.
Bobby.
Bobby, was that your answer?
Gonna go through all this?
Don't just call her Bobby,
right? If you get them wrong, you don't have to kiss me.
That's why he
Because of
retired.
Bobby?
No, because he had to kiss me before he went to work every day. He quit working, he said he doesn't have to kiss me no more.
We're going to fix that today, I think.
I got a
Contestant number
answer.
2. Yeah, this one.
Not the same name, but.
Well, I've been tossing around my mind here, but I'm drawing a blank. Maybe, well, I could say one. Dolores.
Dolores is Give her a kiss. Put your mind. Give her a kiss.
That's been,
Well, you know, for somebody that's been married 50 years, I think they were the only ones that got the question wrong, weren't they? And we tried to choose the easy ones. What bill do you complain about the most when it comes in the mail? Dave and Betty.
Dave,
It says gas, so then it's way up toward the rafters. I think it's just like a little.
Dave, are you still with Doris? Telephone bill. Kelly, how many points do Dave and Betty have? 10 points, 2 questions, we're doing good.
Other plumbing.
The gas bill, the electric bill, or the telephone bill?
They should come in and see up on it.
Hey, I don't complain about none of them because I don't see them. I don't complain about none of them. So I don't see them, I don't worry about them.
You guys are in sync, I can say that.
let's see. She always paid bills for years and years and years now. I pay all the bills, but she always questioned the phone bill on her own.
This is me, this is you.
Well, I never complained about any of it.
What sound does your husband imitate best? And we need you to make that sound for us. So if there's a sound that you make that maybe it's annoying, or maybe you do it unintentionally or whatever, what is that sound? And please, let us hear it. Let's start down at this end with Mick.
There's that,
Wait a minute. That wasn't the same sound I heard. She said that she's cranky because you keep her awake.
There's another bedroom she go to.
Longest idea on this one.
Okay?
What was your answer?
No sound.
No sound at all. Are we going to give him that one? Okay, and I'm hoping you really don't make the sound, though. I'm teasing. Don't even read into that.
I can't really think of anything.
Was that your answer?
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Holler? That's all I get.
Well, if you were to holler, if you were to do that,
That's all I can think of.
but what would it sound like?
Damn it.
Mom, what was your answer?
Go ahead. Oh, blows his nose.
blows his nose.
I do that too.
Okay, well, thank you. If we could have the women leave the room for a little bit, and we'll ask the question is, what item of clothing does your wife have in her closet that you would eliminate if she gave you the option? And let's start with contestant number one.
Baggy sweats.
Baggy sweats. Okay. Just because they're baggy?
Because she's in them all the time.
So what you're saying is you'd like to see her dress up more
In something other than the baggy sweats.
than sweats. Jeans would be okay even.
Or tight sweats would probably be good.
I don't even know what you got in her closet.
So you're pretty happy with anything she
Oh,
wears?
just thrilled.
Okay? Pajamas. You'd like her to get rid of any
Yeah, we
particular
go all
pair of
over.
pajamas? Now, hold on, if you get rid of the pajamas,
No, don't go there.
She's Mariel has so many clothes. And she's a real snappy dresser. But I can't think of anything of hers that I would even attempt to throw.
okay, question number 2. What dish does your wife prepare that she thinks you really like, but you don't like it at all?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Okay?
No, she makes a lot of oddball stuff, but, say that would be broccoli, that's probably big.
The broccoli dish.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Okay, good.
She makes everything, almost everything to my liking, but except when she diverts from her regular cooking to some exotic. She just destroyed it. I'm making it off a recipe. She didn't use her own.
If she would have used her own recipe, it would have been great. But she went by the book.
She just destroyed it by making it off a recipe.
The third and final question is, which of your habits would your wife like to break?
Go to number one first. I don't know.
I think you two came out of a fairy tale book.
Really? Well, nothing that she indicates that she would like me to.
Nothing?
Anything crazy, but it's.
No, that's good.
Take my shoes off when I come in the house.
You take your shoes off and
No,
she
she
doesn't-
wants me.
Oh, she wants you to take them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm kind of a creature of habit, but I guess cussing would be the first thing.
Okay.
Probably, I have a habit of asking how much something costs when there's something new in the house.
upstairs watching football, was what item of clothing do you think your husband would like you to get rid of in your wardrobe? Let's start with Mick, because this one's Mike.
Pajamas.
Pajamas. Does he actually tell you?
Oh, yeah, he
Will you
hates,
throw those pajamas away?
he don't like me to wear pajamas.
Anything with seats are full. He
Please,
likes everything straight.
straight. And do you have a lot of clothes in your wardrobe?
Quite a few.
And they're all very nice clothes from what we understand. You know what he told us? He said that she looks so beautiful in every piece of clothing she wears, I wouldn't get rid of anything. That's what he said.
I bet he did.
Is that what he said?
You said, I can't imagine what he said. I don't think he ever knows what
His exact word. I don't have a clue what's in her closet. But he did say something about the only time I go in there is when I need a hand rag for out in the ground. Or what?
my sweats.
Your sweat. And does he say that to you? Will you stop wearing those baggy sweats? The word baggy was very clear in there.
On the phone every day, talks to each other on the phone. So, what are you wearing? Sweats,
What dish do you guys prepare you think your husband likes, but he really doesn't?
Well, he eats everything. Either shrimp or hotties.
She said it.
One of those two. I don't know.
Take a guess. Take a guess. Go with your gut instinct.
Sure. Probably tomatoes. Chunky tomatoes.
Chunky tomatoes.
Slimy old tomatoes.
Dave, does this sound familiar? Chunky, slimy tomatoes?
Well, she knows better than try to feed me that.
What have you made lately with broccoli?
Just plain old broccoli.
Did it have something mixed in with the broccoli?
Sometimes I put it in with macaroni and
Yeah,
cheese. Sometimes I put little pieces in with macaroni.
You don't put tomatoes in with the broccoli, do you? What was your answer?
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. No. What was your answer? Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, oh.
Does he not like spaghetti?
No, you don't like
Do
it.
you like spaghetti?
Yeah, I love
So
spaghetti.
you make spaghetti a lot for you, and if
No,
he
we
wants
never
you
make it. No, we don't hardly ever have it. Only if the kids are there and they want to have it, but no. But I love meatloaf and he doesn't like that either.
Why didn't you choose meatloaf? She seemed pretty set that it was meatloaf.
He eats it, but he doesn't like it.
Do you like
Spaghetti's worse.
worse?
Well, he's not a complainer, probably, least food is macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese. What was your answer?
That she ruins good recipes when she makes exotic
Yeah.
dishes.
That's what, and he, you know what he said? He said that if you would have made this cake-like dish with your own recipe, if you would have done it, it would have tasted great. But he said since you used Martha Stewart or something, since you used her recipe, it was just disgusting. Maybe prison had something to do with it. I'm not sure. The last question is, which one of your habits would you like to break of your husband's?
Who faster?
Is she right? I mean, she's right in what she said, but I don't think that was, you gave me the fairy tale answer.
I know she's right in what she